Hi everybody!
Hi!
This is Zozo.
And this is Ildi.
And we are Zodiac! So you guys probably noticed, this is a bunch of K-pop loving friends and we are all multi-fandom and like multiple things. And Zozo and myself, we also sing in a little lovely K-pop duo.
Yes.
And this is our preparation weekend, but for the MCM Comic Con, London.
Yes. And since we are kind of in the mood for watching things, we thought we'd do some reaction videos, even though it is almost 12:30 in the morning. We will certainly be going for a nice long rest after this.
But one thing, if you are aspiring to be any sort of musician, any sort of singer, and especially in our case, since we do K-pop covers, you have to look at the greats to learn and to be aspired. So we are looking at somebody who is clearly an amazing female vocalist and happens to be Zozo's absolute idol.
Taeyeon.
Yeah.
Kim Taeyeon, Tengu! Yeah. For me, there are no words to express my love for Taeyeon. She is my absolute idol. I just need to look at her face or see her name and I'm filled with joy.
Oh, wow.
In the words of Marie Kondo, she sparks joy, for me, just in general. When I'm feeling down, I go on Pinterest and I'm like, Taeyeon stage outfits, Taeyeon airport fashion, Taeyeon funny memes. She is wonderful.
This time we're gonna watch a Japanese song, actually.
Yes, and actually it's her most recent. And I've already listened to this a number of times, and I literally haven't. Well, I haven't slept very well because the song has been stuck in my head. The reason why I wanted to show Ildi her debut in the last video, and also this, is to show how much Taeyeon has progressed emotionally as a musician, as a woman.
Well, that's something that I need to learn as well.
Just and how much her songs have changed. I was very much an expression to the world of how she felt, and I think it was very shocking and raw. This is almost kind of the warm blanket you need.
Let's hear it then.
I think you will see what I mean.
Let's see. Taeyeon. Voice.
I
thought it's voices. Okay, voices.
She sings voices. Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful.
All the voices in my heart.
I love that the stylist put the little
it's very cute.
Her makeup. Did I mention Taeyeon was beautiful? It's nice editing with the...
Yeah, well, it's just suddenly it's a bigger frame.
Oh, Taeyeon number 2 comes.
Wait. I didn't notice it.
Oh, her hair.
It always amazes me how these idols can sing in multiple languages so flawlessly.
Oh, I know. Because SNSD did a Chinese song as well. So many lovely harmonizers. This outfit is very good. This whole video is outfit central for me.
Musical harmonies.
I love this one.
To be fair, the sound is actually a bit of a throwback for me. It's not that really super extremely modern sound.
No, it's
very
just
comfortable sound to listen to.
Oh my god! I love these outfits.
I know.
This is why I want to wear for MCM, something like this. Please, where can I get this from? I like this Taeyeon with the blazer. She looks really healthy.
Those shoes are too.
Yeah.
These harmonies are really gorgeous.
Her voice is very smooth.
It sounds really good because a lot of it is just harmonizing with herself, but it doesn't sound like, you know, oh, just like doubling the same. It's very sophisticated. Oh wow. Okay, that was the change. That was a change.
I was not expecting this the first time I watched it.
That's why K-pop is K-pop, guys. That's why. Because you will be surprised. That's it. Telling all the people out there who don't watch K-pop, watch it. Beautiful. Really, this is very well, like the
And it's
mastering
not
of the
even
song.
overdone, is it?
The
Like, it's just,
mixing is
they've
gorgeous.
timed her harmonies beautifully. Powerful, right?
And I also like.
I don't think there's anything emotionally vulnerable here either. Like, I think she's
So
strong.
It's like a statement type of thing.
Yeah, I think she's strong in this. I think that she's really like okay, let's look at this. The first music video, there were 2 versions of Taeyeon that merged. Now, how many versions of Taeyeon are there? So many versions in this. And she's okay with that. She's rocking each version. And I feel like she's come to terms with that. Like, it's okay. People have layers, and I'm going to show you all those layers in this video. These are my voices in my heart, like, you know, and when she's like, you hear me call, like, I got you too, like, that kind of thing. I don't know, I have not looked at what these lyrics mean yet. Wow. Interesting. A new day comes around, chasing. Those memories in that life, could I just laugh them off? Isn't it weird that when you, like, see a like, that is not what I thought this song was about. Like, after seeing the video, like, of all of her personas and hearing how powerful her voice was, to actually see that it's about her chasing after someone, don't you think that's, like, surprising?
I think again, like it could
Could
be
she
like,
be
what are you
talking about
chasing?
herself? Like,
Who are you chasing after? Like, it doesn't have to be another person necessarily.
this is true.
So it's kind of, and it's also like, do you remember how you said like somebody who she wishes to be in the previous video? She
Yeah.
could be chasing after somebody who she wishes, or somebody she was, and like, isn't it like, I have one of my diaries actually I started to write a diary when I was 5, and I stopped for like 2 or 3 years around uni because I was in this craziness. I kind of lost myself. But anyway, so like a couple of years ago, I started to remember and write that part of my life again. And the note that like the quote that I put in the beginning was, I think, from a lady called Taeyeon, and it said basically, I'm writing a diary because I already lost touch of people who I used to be, or like I already lost contact of people who I used to be. So it's kind of like reconnecting with your old self type of thing. And I think that could be also.
I think this could be it, yeah.
So that could be like one interpretation, obviously. Like, I already lost touch with the people I used to be. So it's kind of like, you know, that could be you're looking at the people who you wish to be, the versions you show to the world in certain situations. Sometimes you have to be strong, sometimes you have to be weak. Like sometimes, so it's kind of like it's an ongoing battle with your versions, or like an ongoing conversation.
Like I think it is a finding herself thing, isn't it? Still, like
I think that's a lifelong journey, wouldn't you say?
It's yeah, absolutely. But you liked it vocally?
Vocally, I think it was what I wanted to say around like the vocal mixing of it. Like, again, we are gonna put out a lot of more singing in the future, but like people who watch the channel know that I always harmonize with everything. And I actually, since I'm an alto and I wanted to be a soprano all my life, never happened. So I finally came to the terms that I'm an alto and I like lower harmonies. And it's just really cool that they actually, even in the final like line that she sings, there's a main harmony and almost all of them are lower than.
Absolutely.
Like there's like a good mid-range one and also like a very low harmony. So it just always gives you a more comfortable feeling. It doesn't have to be always the high notes. Like it doesn't have to be. So for me, that's a specific taste, like of wind.
I think Taeyeon's voice as well really fits the Japanese like sound as well, like because of how vowel orientated the language is. Lots of as, lots of kind of like dun dun dun, whereas Korean's more kind of like
Flowy.
I see Korean as like a rounded square and Japanese as a square. Like it's more choppy, the Japanese language. And I think because Taeyeon's voice is so clean cut and so like you mentioned earlier, like metallic.
Yeah.
It really is just
straight.
absolutely like there is no there's vibrato, but like even her vibrato is like I feel like she could hold a note for an hour and it would just stay the same.
Yeah, I think she definitely
Like she's
has
got an she's got an
Auto-tune
auto-tuned voice, but it's not auto-tuned. Like that's how it sounds.
I think
to
I
me.
know what you mean.
And I think that really suits the Japanese language and the sound as well.
That's just something that comes from like her vocal timbre. It really
Yeah.
cuts through.
It
Like
really
it just like
does.
it's just like
And
sharp
it doesn't
in
sound
your...
painful, like
No.
because one could call that nasally, but I think
she's not
it's
that
not.
nasally.
It's not like that at all.
She sings a bit from higher up, but she doesn't sing from like straight from the nose. It's not like the
Absolutely.
country nasally. That is nasally can be nasally, but this I wouldn't say it's very nasally. So it's I mean,
It's a lovely song.
Taeyeon is one of
isn't
a
it?
kind. She's one of a kind for sure.
Absolutely.
And knowing you as like being your friend and being blessed with the opportunity of being your friend, like the waves of her, emotional delivery, it just like fits your soul and like how your rhapsody is being written, and like her delivery and like her everything, it kind of suits your character. Like I can imagine like that you get what I mean. It's almost like when you see, when you hear harmonies and they work beautifully parallel together, they just flow together. Like it's almost like a personality thing that you are meant to like this.
I
You
resonate a
very
lot
well.
with Taeyeon. Yeah, I think just as a person in general, like a lot of things that I notice, and it's not because I'm like obsessed with her, but like I think maybe that is why I'm obsessed with her, because I'm like I really identify with the way she is, like someone who's very dorky and outgoing and kind of,
But has that depth
but
as well.
also has this like a glow of like melancholy, which is I guess like sadly to say like what I'm like really.
Yeah, but I think it's almost like sometimes emotional people and artists themselves, they have like many sides.
She's
to them.
also a Pisces,
Yeah.
and so am I. Like we both have very similar birthdays.
I think there's also one thing that like it's just a nice little thing. Like we were practicing songs together for the Comic-Con performance and for like your K-pop covers, and I prepared a couple of songs from day 6. And it's also, you said something about like it's so nice to find something that just really fits your range and like really works for your voice.
Day 6 for this girl, like she could be the female version of Day 6. Like I'm telling you, you have to hear these covers. Hopefully by the time this video is uploaded, there is some Day 6 for you to listen to.
Let's hope. But I wanted to say actually, like I think obviously your voice sounds different, but I do think with some of the Taeyeon songs it works really well as well. So it's kind of like that, like you find like female voices generally suit your covers very well.
Absolutely.
And I think Taeyeon is obviously one of them. So it's like I think it's just nice. Like for me, Taeyeon is somebody to like admire and like being on a pedestal. But like I don't even dream having that type of vocal ability, because it just unfortunately I'm like my voice is much lower than hers.
For me, I'm like, and I'm totally biased, but I say this and I say this again. I genuinely believe she is one of, if not the best female vocalist in K-pop. Just because of how versatile she is. She's managed all those SNSD songs and then pulls off a different concept every single time she brings out a solo album. Not to mention she's done a ton of OSTs as well.
Yeah.
I do wonder what her rap would be like, her serious rap.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Guys, if you find any gems that like we could hear her rap, that would be, and Zozo
On like
never
a
heard about it.
serious level.
That would be so interesting. Thank you very much for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video and hope you enjoyed our conversation. As always, feel free to join, because this is what we're about. We're here to discuss, learn, and love K-pop together.
It's time for us to sleep now, guys. So wherever you are, sleep well.
Sleep well. We wish you a lovely
dream
night.
beautiful dreams. Good night.
Bye-bye.